The first time we met, he had a goatee and long hair, like down to his shoulders.
She didn't talk to me for a whole year, and then she talked to me for the first time after I got a haircut.
He scared this lady so much that she said, "My God, I never want a son in my life, and I don't want one as naughty as yours."
She's a very smart girl. Of course, all parents think that.
Oh goodness, she's lived in 5 countries, really, as a native. Born in Singapore, went to school in Malaysia, went to school in Thailand, went to school in China, and then finally ended up being in school in the United States.
Ananth has always been a very happy kid, you know. He was from very young age, he was very, very happy to go along with anything. He loved people. He would like to be in the company of people. In London, he was a young boy. I mean, he was 1 year old at that point in time. And we had friends in London, and they had a daughter and a son. And this guy would want to play with them all day and not let them go home, you know. He will only eat the same food every day. So it will be oats, it will be potatoes every day. No change, no nothing.
Oh, but Ananth, he is such a warm guy, so easygoing and such a thoughtful guy. And he's been like that throughout. Very, very caring, very considerate, always wanting to make sure that everyone was comfortable with whatever he was doing, whatever they were doing. So, no, amazing person.
I think Ananth is very kind and he's very patient. He's very stable, so he's not too moody. He's quite predictable, and I think the older I get, the more I like the stability. I make him sound boring, but I really like that he's just patient and kind. And we call him Buffalo because he's always able to just works really hard. He's able to like travel like 10-15 hours. He'll just sleep the whole way. He's able to just kind of like chug along. So we call it a buffalo kind of character, very stable.
She's a fabulous daughter. She is very warm in her heart. And ever since she was a kid, she had this amazing ability to read people, to understand how they feel, and to be able to make people feel at home. And just, she truly understands people and very empathetic as an individual. And ever since she was a child, she was really great with animals. She loved doing work with underprivileged kids. She went to Cambodia when she was just, I think, starting high school, where she literally worked in a village, taught the kids. So she was always very good with children also. And yeah, just one of those people that I thought would always wanted to go and save the world.
Actually, Ananth told me about Jerilyn much more than what he would have let the dad know. Yeah, but he used to keep us posted. He never hid anything from us. So he said he was dating her and he liked her and he wanted to see how this went, and they were together and all that. Jerilyn is a beautiful girl. And I think she saw the family as is, without any filters. Last December when we were supposed to go to Jordan, but Ananth got stuck with his passport in Singapore, and Abhay fell sick on the day of the travel. She got the understanding of the real dynamics, what happens in a household, without any filters, and she was there helping out, doing what she wanted, or just being around and taking care of so many things. And she's super organized.
Jerilyn's a very observant girl. She's probably more like her mom, meaning that she's very intellectual and she observes. The coolest father-daughter sort of breakout bonding moment is when she was about 9. and we did our first father-daughter trip. And after she did a summer school at Lakeside Harbor in Los Angeles, and we decided to go to Universal Studio, and before catching a midnight flight, kind of like the one I took just now. We lost track of time Universal Studio. Before long, I said, holy moly, we're going to be late. And all of a sudden, I couldn't find the exit. She jumped in front on a Saturday late afternoon, put my hand on top of her head, and says, Dad, I'll guide you out. And she literally was, I never forget that scene. She was a little guardian, and we got into the airport safely.
She's very pretty, and she has a way of, like, you know, talking to people, making them feel comfortable, making them feel welcome. She's very socially adept, you know. She knows what to say to put people at ease. She knows how to make conversation with people really, really well in a way that I don't. I'm not very good at making conversation with people sometimes. That's kind of the vibe I got. It was like, wow, she's very polished. She's very, you know, elegant.
And the wedding ceremony itself was beautiful. Backdrop was gorgeous. It was against a lake, beautiful flowers. Setup was really gorgeous.
It was beautiful. It was a wonderfully, like, cathartic moment for everybody involved, I think. You know, there was a lot of the speeches were very, very meaningful, like the speeches that her mom and her dad gave. You know, I think they moved quite a few people to tears. They were very meaningful speeches.
No matter what the circumstances are, you know I always love you unreservedly, and I will always be there for you. That goes for you, Noama. You're a part of the Ohana.
But I think what was the best part were the vows that they exchanged. They wrote it themselves. Had some little sense of humor in there, but was very heartfelt.
When in conflict, I vow to approach things as us versus a common problem, rather than seeing it as you versus me.
Thank you for your love and your patience.
I have to make a reference to grandfather and grandmother. Very cute old couple. And he enjoyed himself like nobody's business, and he was on the dance floor with us.
It was very heartfelt, and it was very emotional, and all the friends there are very genuine, and they're very caring. You can just feel the love, and the bonding was very, very tremendous.
It was really fun, so much song and dance and like laughter and yeah, really happy memories.
You're a blank page, waiting for someone to write on. Lyrics from my heart is searching for the right home. You're a blank page, opening for love's story. One with no heartaches or tragedy to build up the glory.
I think I just wish them love, blessings, and a beautiful companionship all through.
There will be highs and lows. Me and Padmini have been married for 34 years now, and there have been very good periods and there are not so good periods. It is important to be considerate to each other.
Well, my wish for you is always to be happy, to love each other, to be your authentic self to each other, to learn, to grow together, and live forever and ever. Build your family, your future together.
Marriage is like everything else. You need to work at it. And don't ever take anything for granted. I often think it's okay to want your personal space, but never to shut out, and never stop communicating. And it's okay to have your separate freedom, but try to keep your friends as closely as both of your friends. Never forget to ask yourself, how can I improve to make the marriage even better. I have many kids.
Keep doing what we're doing. I think we're very, very honest, maybe sometimes too honest around each other, but I think that's our whole relationship is built on solid foundation of honesty and trust. And yeah, I just hope we can continue to communicate and be good to each other.
I'm grateful you're in my life. You make my life a lot better. And I'd be much worse off without you. So thank you.